Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to be going over and showing you how to install the Curt T-connector trailer wiring harness here on a 2018 Infiniti QX60. So your trailer wiring harness is going to be one of the few things that we need in order to successfully tow a trailer here with our QX60. In addition to this, we're going to need a trailer hitch and a ball mount / hitch ball, all of which we carry here at eTrailer. Now the wiring harness, simply put, is going to allow us to transfer these signals from the vehicle to the trailer so we can let other motorists out in the road know what signals we're going to be making, because a lot of times our lights are actually going to block our vehicle lights. So we need a way to transfer the lights from the vehicle to the trailer so we can arrive to our destination safe and sound. So this kit here is going to come with the most basic and standard type of trailer connector. That's a 4-pole, also known as a 4-way flat. This is going to transfer all of our basic lighting functions, such as the stop and turn signal circuits for either side, as well as the running light circuit. Now there is another type of trailer connector offered for this vehicle, and that's going to be a 7-way, also referred to as a 7-blade style. And that's going to be for your larger trailers that have electric brakes. So if you have one of those larger trailers with electric brakes, you're going to have to opt for one of the 7-way kits, but for everything else, this 4-way kit is going to be perfect, and it's going to be exactly what you need. So keep in mind, this wiring harness does utilize a factory tow package port on the vehicle. Therefore, you don't ever have to worry about issues with the trailer lights affecting your vehicle and vice versa. Everything is going to be separated out. Now thankfully, the installation of this harness here is extremely easy. This is definitely something you're going to want to do at home by yourself. You don't want to pay anyone to do this because there's no wire splicing whatsoever. Everything is completely plug and play, and there's no modifications to the vehicle. So I definitely, again, recommend you just knocking this out in your driveway in under an hour. It's very simple, and we'll walk you through the entire process step by step now. To start our installation, we're going to be opening up the hatch on our vehicle, lifting open the floor covering, and in here we're going to have 3 fasteners, 2 on the outside here, 1 in the center. So we need to remove those because we actually need to pop out this center storage tray. Next, we're going to be removing the center section. We have 2 handles. Grab a hold of those and just pull straight up. Now we're going to remove our rear threshold panel here. So we're going to pry open on this little plastic keeper here in the center. And then we should be able to pry out on the outside edges, wherever you can get your tool in there. Now we're going to take the same trim panel tool and we're going to pry open these fasteners on the outside edge underneath the threshold. And once we get those all up, we should be able to lift up on our cargo tray here. Now I'm just going to maneuver it back. I'm not going to remove it completely. I'm just going to rest it back there just like so. Next, over here on the driver's side, we're going to be removing this floor covering. So we're going to lift open the cargo hooks, take a flathead and pry open that cover. And it's kind of hard to see, but there is a bolt on the side there we'll remove with a 10mm socket. So we have a total of 2 of these and they both need to come out. Next, we're going to be popping off our floor covering here over here on the driver's side. So take your trim panel tool, just pry up on each of these 2 fasteners. So at this point, if I reach back in here, I can actually see the connector we're trying to gain access to, but it's kind of hard for you guys to see as is. So I'm going to go ahead and peel back this panel so you can see a little bit better. You guys don't have to do this. You can still reach in there and plug everything into that connector plug located right here. But as we said, we're going to go ahead and peel this back so you guys can see a little bit better what's going on. So we're just going to take our trim panel tool here, and I'm just going to release those clips. So now if we look back behind this panel here, we should be able to reach down there and grab that white rectangular connector here, and this is going to be the plug we need to access. Now it is fastened to the body, so I'm going to take a trim panel tool there. I'm just going to pry it up so we can see it a little bit more clearly. So there we go. That is the connector we have been searching for. So this is the relay harness that comes in your kit here. This white connector is going to match the one that we just revealed. It's actually going to plug in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and prep this. So on the opposite end of that, you're going to have these 3 connectors, 2 white, 1 brown. We're going to take 2 blue Raylays and attach them to these 2 white ones, and then 1 brown that goes to the brown. So they're only going to go in one way, and they are kind of tough to get on there, so make sure you give them a good squeeze there so they're locked into place. And once we've done that, you're also going to get some foam tape that comes in your kit here, and basically we're just going to use these to wrap the relays like so. So now that we have our relay harness prepped there, you can see I have everything nice and covered. We'll go ahead and plug this in to that connector on the vehicle. Now this one here we won't be using for our installation, but if you have another one up there that matches this one, go ahead and plug it in as well. Now that finishes everything up inside the rear hatch here, so now we're just going to go ahead and reinstall all of our panels that were removed previously. Next, we need to come into here to the engine bay, and directly behind our driver's side headlight, we're going to have a relay block that we need to access. It's actually underneath this panel here, so what we're going to do is there's going to be a push pin fastener on the inside here that we're going to remove. So take that out, and then there's actually another fastener up top here that will pry out, and then we should just be able to peel this back enough to reveal the relay block location that we need to access. So there is actually a cover on there that we've already went ahead and removed for you. It's pretty hard to access that rear tab there, but you can just press the front ones and it should just pop straight off. So what we're looking for is these two relay locations. So you can see we already have those blue relays installed, so in which case we won't be installing the relays that came in our kit. Now if you guys don't have these relays installed and there's two empty locations, go ahead and install the ones that came in your kit. But again, as we said, ours are already installed, so we don't have to install these. We're going to go ahead and put this cover back on and button up this panel. So now the final section of our wiring kit looks like this. It has our 4-way flat plug on here, and the other end has this gray connector. So this is actually going to plug into a port underneath the vehicle over here on the passenger side. Now directly behind our bumper beam over here, we're going to see that same connector that matches the one on our wiring kit, but this actually has a gray dummy plug installed. So we need to go ahead and remove that dummy plug. So we're going to take a flathead screwdriver there, and we're going to depress that center section and then pull down. Now we're going to take our wiring harness and go ahead and plug the two ends in together. It's only going to go in one way. Next, we need to ground our white wire here with the ring terminal on there. So we're going to take a self-tapping screw that's not provided in your kit and attach this to the bottom of the trunk floor. Next, we're going to take our wire here, we're going to route it behind the bumper, secure it to the cross tube of the trailer hitch over here to the driver's side, and then secure it to the safety chain loops on our trailer hitch. So now that we've got our trailer connector routed over to where we want it, I'm going to install the dust cap. And I'm going to loop that around the safety chain loops on our trailer hitch to secure it. Now we can go ahead and test everything out. Now to be testing out our lighting circuits today, we're going to be using a 4-pole plug-in tester, which we do offer here at eTrailer. You could also just use your trailer as well. Keep in mind if there's any issues on the trailer, they will carry over to your testing on the vehicle. That being said, we'll go ahead and run through all of our signals now, starting with our brakes, left turn, right turn, and then finally our running lights. And now that we have everything hooked up and working correctly, that's going to do it today for our look and installation of the Curt T-connector trailer wiring harness here on a 2018 Infiniti QX60.